Okay, so like, who's down for a trip? I'm not talking about just any trip. I'm talking about exploring the Netherlands. Think canals, windmills, art that'll make your jaw drop, and like the cutest little villages you've ever seen. I'm hyped, you're hyped, let's go. Over the next 10 places, we're going to dive deep into everything the Netherlands has to offer. We're talking about the must-sees, the hidden gems, and all the quirky stuff in between. Get ready to screenshot because you're going to want to remember all of this. Get ready for some serious wanderlust because by the end of this video, you're going to be booking a flight. Or at least, like, adding it to your vision board for sure. Let's get into it. First up, we have Amsterdam. Obviously, it's like the poster child for the Netherlands. And for good reason. This city is literally built on canals, which are way more charming than they sound, trust me. We're talking picturesque bridges, cute little houseboats, and just, like, Amsterdam is one of those cities where you can literally walk everywhere, but like, biking is basically a religion here. So, rent a bike, try not to fall into a canal, it's harder than it looks, and just soak it all in. And don't even get me started on the museums. The Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, you're gonna want to dedicate like a whole day to each, seriously. From Rembrandt to Van Gogh, Amsterdam is packed with art history that'll make your art teacher back home proud. Oh, and the food. Don't even think about leaving without trying stroopwafels. They're these thin, crispy waffles with caramel in the middle. Trust me, your taste buds will thank me. Okay, if you're even remotely interested in flowers, or like, just pretty things in general, you to visit Keukenhof Gardens. It's basically a giant explosion of color and beauty, and it's only open for like 2 months out of the year. So like, you know it's gotta be good. We're talking millions of tulips. Yes, millions! Arranged in these intricate designs and patterns. It's like walking through a painting, but better because it smells amazing. And don't even get me started on the hyacinths, daffodils, and all the other flowers. It's literally a photographer's dream. Pro tip. Get there early to avoid the crowds, pack a picnic because duh, and wear comfy shoes because you're gonna be doing a lot of walking. And by walking, I mean like skipping through fields of flowers. Just trust me on this one. Add Keukenhof Gardens to your list. You won't regret it. Ever heard of a town with no cars? No, seriously. Giethoorn is like straight out of a fairy tale, and I am here for it. Instead of roads, they have these charming canals, and the only way to get around is by boat, or like walking on the little paths next to the canals. It's the most peaceful, idyllic place ever. Imagine like floating along the water, passing by these adorable thatched roof houses with perfectly manicured gardens. It's the kind of place where you just want to like slow down, breathe in the fresh air, and forget about all your worries. And the best part, you can actually rent your own little boat and explore the canals at your own pace. Just, you know, try not to crash into any bridges or anything. If you're looking for a break from the hustle and bustle of city life, Giethoorn is the perfect escape. Okay, you can't go to the Netherlands without seeing some windmills, right? And Kinderdijk is placed to see them. We're talking 19 historic windmills, all lined up along the canals, looking all photogenic and stuff. These aren't just any windmills, though. They were built back in the 1700s to drain the excess water from the surrounding land. So, like, they're not just pretty faces, they're actually pretty impressive feats of engineering. You can walk or bike along the paths, check out the inside of one of the windmills, and just, like, imagine what life was like back in the day. It's a history lesson and a photo shoot location all rolled into one. Get ready to step back in time because Zandvoort is like a living, breathing open-air museum. We're talking traditional wooden houses, workshops where they still make things like clogs and cheese the old-fashioned way, and of course, more windmills. You can watch a clog-making demonstration, try some freshly made cheese, because obviously, and just like wander around and soak up the atmosphere. It's like stepping into a history book, but way more fun. And the windmills here are still operational, so you can actually see them in action, grinding spices or making oil. It's pretty cool to see how things were done back in the day. Okay, so we've done a lot of history and traditional stuff. So let's switch gears and head to Rotterdam, the most modern city in the Netherlands. Think futuristic architecture, cutting-edge design, and a seriously cool vibe. Rotterdam is all about innovation and pushing boundaries. Case in point, the cube houses. Yep, you read that right. Houses shaped like giant cubes, tilted at a 45-degree angle. They're even more trippy in person, trust me. And then there's the Erasmus Bridge, a sleek white cable-stayed bridge that's become an iconic symbol of the city. It's the perfect spot for a photo op, especially at night when it's all lit up. Den Haag, or The Hague if you're feeling fancy, is the political heart of the Netherlands. It's where the government is located and all that important stuff. But don't worry, it's not all boring politics and suits. Den Haag is also home to some seriously stunning buildings, like the Binnenhof, a complex of historic buildings that houses the Dutch parliament. It's super pretty, especially in the spring when the gardens are in bloom. And if you're into art, you have to check out the Mauritshuis Museum, which is home to masterpieces by Dutch masters like Vermeer and Rembrandt. Girl with a pearl earring, anyone? Okay, Utrecht doesn't always get as much love as Amsterdam, but it totally should. It has canals too, but they're different. Instead of houses, the canals in Utrecht are lined with wharfs and cellars that have been converted into restaurants, cafes, and bars, so you can literally dine on the water. How cool is that? And the best part, because the canals are lower than street level, you get these amazing views of the city from below. It's a whole different perspective. Utrecht also has a really cool medieval center with a towering dome tower that you can actually climb for panoramic views of the city. Okay, we've done a lot of cities, so let's get some fresh air and head to De Veluwe National Park, the largest national park in the Netherlands. We're talking forests, heaths, sand dunes, and even some wildlife spotting opportunities. Rent a bike, because Netherlands, and explore the many cycling paths, hike through the woods, or just find a peaceful spot to relax and enjoy the scenery. If you're lucky, you might even spot some wild boar, deer, or maybe even a fox. Just admire them from a distance, okay? We don't want any wildlife encounters gone wrong. Last but not least, we're heading to Maastricht, the southernmost city in the Netherlands. Maastricht is one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands, and it has a totally different vibe than the other cities we've visited. It's known for its charming cobblestone streets, historic buildings, and its lively cultural scene. There are tons of cute little cafes, restaurants, and shops to explore, and the city has a really relaxed, laid-back atmosphere. Make sure to check out the Basilica of St. Servatius, a beautiful Romanesque church that dates back to the 11th century. It's one of the oldest churches in the Netherlands, and it's absolutely stunning. And there you have it, 10 amazing places to visit in the Netherlands. From the canals of Amsterdam to the windmills of Kinderdijk, the Netherlands has something for everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm already planning my next trip. What did you think? Which place are you dying to visit the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.